agreed to be here tonight with us. Let's go, party is going on.
The certificates over the blockchain, first of all, it's the
Ooh, boy, oh boy, I love that video right there. Welcome everybody to Daniel's Den. That video is amazing because once again, that was our launch in the heart of Dubai. You see, our program, our business is on the world's largest building. The world's largest building displaying our global project, because the royal family of Dubai was there and allowed us to do that. That is actually history, but it's some good history right there. So welcome everybody today to Daniel's Den. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, along with Twitter, right? Formerly Periscope, but hey, it is what it is. Things change, right? You got to adapt. You have to move towards some kind of growth, right? They are changing always, right? So we're going to talk about getting real tonight, afternoon, and we have some special content towards the tail end as long as our technology hangs out with us and stays with us. So thank you everybody for hanging out tonight, this afternoon. We're live and we're on this time slot to get real. Let's get real. And what is that about? What is that acronym REAL about? And we'll break that down in just a moment, but I will let you know, I love John Maxwell. He's an amazing author. He's one of the premier people in terms of learning about leadership, right? He is probably the top person to learn about leadership principles from, right? Exceptional gentleman. We have several people within our organization that are actually certified John C. Maxwell trainers and speakers, right? So they've interacted with him on the daily. But I'm reading another one of his books. I love reading John C. Maxwell books. They're just very empowering. And it just so happens that we have the same strengths, right? I don't know if anybody has read the book, The Strength Finder, have done that and completed that assessment. But it's actually funny that a lot of John C. Maxwell's strengths line up with my strengths. So when I read his books, I can absorb them very quickly because he is speaking my language. You're going to find out more and more as you go in your success journey that you're going to see other successful people who might have similar pedigree, thought processes as you, and you can actually connect with them and absorb the information from them very easily, right? So, and I hear the audio is in a little bit of a drag, so I do apologize for that. My network is running a little slow. We can't do anything about that now. So we're going to get real, okay? What does that mean? What is that acronym all about? Now, we'll let you know up front, this is a discussion for leaders, right? This is for people who want to level up. This is for people who want to do more and become more. The key is growth, right? The key is growth. As a leader, you want to grow. How do you grow? What's your focus on growth? How do you measure it, right? What do you do? Where are you starting with your growth, right? Do you want to grow or do you just want to hit goals? Or do you realize that to hit those goals, if you grow, you automatically, almost by default, if you grow in the right places, if you are specific and you target certain areas, if you grow in certain areas and places, you'll automatically start hitting certain goals, right? So let me get into it, because you're like, what is this real that Daniel's talking about? He's chatting it up and we don't even know what he's talking about, right? So here it is. Here are 4 areas that you want to focus in on to grow as a leader. So these are growing things that you want to focus in on to have better relationships. R, relationship. Equipping. A, attitude, and L, leadership. So let's start, and I will tell you right up front, we are connected to Wealth Builders Worldwide. Wealth Builders Worldwide is a huge family that is empowering leaders in all of these 4 areas, okay? So let me talk about myself because I want this to be as transparent as possible and also connect with as many people as possible. So let's talk about relationships. Because of the amazing relationship I have with Mr. Michael Delco, he actually connected to Joseph Haidt, the billionaire chairman of the board that has launched this amazing entity called GS Partners. Through the relationship that I have with Mr. Delco, I was able to be introduced not just to several millionaires, but also financially free individuals. And an amazing billionaire that is now leading GS Partners by the chairman of the board, Mr. Joseph Haidt. Relationships, empowering relationships, quality relationships will help you grow, will help draw greatness out of you, because when you see those people going towards their goals and their dreams, you're triggered to go towards your goals and dreams. If you surround yourself with successful people, you're going to behave and act like them. That is a success principle. There's no way around it. The people you hang around will influence you in some way. And leadership is influence. Mr. John T. Maxwell says that often. Nothing more, nothing less. All right? And while I get this going, I want to tell you, this is so important. Relationships, connecting with people, right? And then equipping. How do you equip? You've got to make sure you have the right tools, right? Now, through, again, the relationship I have with Mr. Delco, I've been connected to Wealth Builders Worldwide, an amazing organization of entrepreneurs from all over the world. We have a free website that actually helps point us in the right direction of what books to read, to grow and develop as leaders and grow as people. You're not going to get around this. To really grow, you're going to connect with people. To really grow, you're going to be tapping into relationships and equipping people, giving those people what they need to be successful, right? So within Wealth Builders Worldwide, we continue to equip people, and I've experienced that. The tools that they give us, several of them for free. We have the Power Call that equips people. We have live trainings that equip people. You can come, ask questions, get your concerns addressed. Of course, you can go directly to your sponsor also, right? So we have a system in place that is designed to equip people. People from all over the world have used this system. So the system has already been battle tested. Over 8 years, Wealth Builders Worldwide has been rolling and using a wealth building system to equip people all around the world, okay? And then when we talk about attitude, oh my goodness, the power calls. We have power calls Monday through Saturday, right? And I am going to go ahead and take my camera off for just a moment here. So the power calls, Monday through Saturday, those power calls are just taking care of getting the attitude to be directed and focused in the right way. You know, not too long ago, I was having a pretty much of a bum day, okay? I was having a day where my attitude was kind of slacking, right? So I had to go onto the power call and get that thing adjusted. It's like if you go to a chiropractor, you get yourself adjusted, right? I went to the power call. I got that attitude and that stinking thinking adjusted, all right? Because we all have it sometimes. We got to dip in our attitude. Let's be real. Let's get real, right? You're not going to be happy all the time, right? You're not going to be happy all the time. Life is not going to be perfect. You have challenges that you want to focus in on and overcome. So we want to make sure that we position ourselves to take care of that attitude. You want to grow in your attitude. You want to mature in that area of attitude. knowing how to respond, maybe being quiet at certain times, so that you can absorb the information that you need to move forward. And that's very, very important to adjust our attitude to make sure that we're assisting people. Because you know what? If you have a stinking attitude or a bad attitude, you know what's going to happen is someone sharp is going to be around you, and you were meant to impact that person. And because your attitude wasn't set correctly, you'll let that person walk by. And that person will be affected by your lack of having the right attitude, the right mindset, right? So, like I said, I had to get my stinking thinking adjusted. I had to get it adjusted, right? And then leadership, learning to influence people in a positive way. Wealth Builders Worldwide, one of the things that we say is WBW stands for We Build Leaders. These are 4 areas of growth everyone can focus on. And as you grow, and you're growing in relationships, equipping people, having an attitude and passing on that positive attitude. And once again, having a positive attitude is not, doing positive affirmations over things and not making adjustments, okay? We know that challenges are going to come and arise, and we want to be real about those things and make the adjustments in our attitude to help us move in the right direction, okay? And leadership, once again, John C. Maxwell says it perfectly. Leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Everyone who's listening to this video, audio on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, you are a leader. You're going to influence someone. You're going to influence your kids. You're going to influence your coworkers. You're going to influence family. You're going to influence someone. You're going to influence someone, right? You might influence somebody on social media. Your smile might influence someone. There's so many ways that we can use leadership and influence people. But when you focus in on these 3 or these 4 core areas as a leader, you're going to impact people in a positive way, growing and honoring those positive relationships. Like I said, if it wasn't for Mr. Delco chasing his dream and becoming financially free, and he's celebrating over 8 years of financial freedom now, if it wasn't for him chasing that dream, I wouldn't be connected to Wealth Builders Worldwide. So I've had an experience with Wealth Builders Worldwide. I've had an experience with my amazing business partners to creating more income for myself and improving our quality of life. And I've had an experience with our Wealth Builders Worldwide team equipping me to do better and be better and grow as a person. That is so important. You can't deny that. It is so important. If you're not aware, as you grow as a person, things shift, you level up, all right? And especially with that attitude. And like I said, leadership is influence, right? So John C. Maxwell brings this to the forefront. So I want to share this amazing audio and video with you for everyone who's hanging out with us still. Get back with the persons who share this content with you, okay? Don't let a day go by. If you're listening to this, get back with this person that's sharing this with you. They want to help you grow in these 4 key areas. And also, we want to help equip you to create more income for yourself today. All right? Now, if you are listening to this broadcast and I'm the person sharing this content with you, I'm going to share my contact information right now. Take a screenshot of it. Go to our website, y1income.com. All right, y1income.com. You see it right there with my sharp picture with that amazing business card done by Mr. Roger Williams, one of our very talented leaders within Wealth Builders Worldwide. So thank you so much. But we want to focus in. I'm thanking Mr. Roger Williams. He's just amazing. He is so talented. I'm telling you, we are surrounded by some amazing leaders. Mr. Roger Williams is just one of the exceptional individuals that are connected to us, okay? Let me go ahead, turn on my camera. I know that there's a delay and there's a little bit of a lag, so I did take off my video just to not have that as a distraction. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out tonight. I'm going to play a special video from John Maxwell, okay? So let me get that ready. And as I get that ready, I'm going to encourage again, get back with the person sharing this content with you, whomever is sharing this with you. I see Constance is hanging out. I see a few people hanging out. Miss Sherry Brown, thank you for hanging out. There's a few other people that I didn't catch the names. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to share this. So keep in mind what we just talked about, right? We talked about growing in relationships, equipping, attitude, and leadership. I talked a lot about myself because I want to share with you my experiences with our Wealth Builders Worldwide family, my experiences with growing in that area of relationships, growing in that area of being equipped, growing in my attitude. Like I said, I had some stinking thinking a while ago, and I needed that power call to adjust my thinking, right? I needed that. I see you, Miss Constance. Welcome, welcome. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm going to play this video, and then we are going to close out for tonight. This is definitely a powerful video, so you're going to definitely enjoy it. Get back with the person who is sharing this information with you. Get back with them right away. Wealth Builders Worldwide is here to support you. We literally have a global support team. We have a live power call tomorrow at 10:45 Eastern Standard Time. So get back with the person who's sharing this with you. Let's hear from John Maxwell, and then we're going to close out today's session for Daniel's Den.
Hi, John Maxwell here. Welcome to Minute with Maxwell. Sometimes when I'm doing a conference, we're in a Q&A. And somebody raised their hand and say, John, what is your greatest leadership challenge? And I always laugh, say, that's easy. My greatest leadership challenge is leading me, not leading you. It's easy to lead you. It's easy for me to tell you what to do. It's much harder for me to do myself what I tell you to do. It's a fact, my friend, that it's easier to tell a story than to live a story. Most people go through life just telling a story. And because of that, they lose moral authority. Because of that, they lose authenticity. Because of that, there's not the core strength of the message within it, because they're telling a story. You see, to tell a story is to be in the second or third person. To live a story is to be in the first person. To live a story is for me to say, this is not only what I'm sharing with you, this is what I have experienced. This is what I've done. This is what I felt. Because I am in the story. I don't want you ever to read your story. I want you to write your story. I don't ever want somebody else to tell you your story. I want you to flesh out and live your story, because you say it's a beautiful thing once you understand that the only gift that you have to offer others is you. It's the only gift. So please understand that as we're going through this process, that the best you is what the world needs to see. That's what the world needs to hear. And when you are your own enemy and you pull yourself out of the game, you have limiting beliefs about yourself, you just reduced and dumbed down the message that God created you to share. So don't tell your story, live your story. Understand today that the reason you're your worst enemy is because you're the only one that can destroy yourself and not be the person that God created you to become. So instead of that, be your best friend. Begin to embrace, love, care, believe, and build yourself. When you do that, now you're giving the world what the world deserves, the very best you have to offer. Don't be your worst enemy. Be your best friend.